Okay. So the next thing is going to be the muzzle. So here's a problem. We need to move this in because this is going to be the brow. These are going to be the eyes. So we marked from the side that these are where the eyes go. So they can kind of give us a guide. Looks a little bit bizarre right now, but we'll get there. So like these, push them out. The space is a bit wider. Now, I should be keeping in mind the structure of a canine skull. Essentially, there is a cheekbone that wraps around a socket here, so I'm going to make this stick out just a little bit. I'll push this back in. This will be where the eye socket is. So I'm just going to make sure that's there. I'm actually going to add one more row of verts to here in the same way that I did before. And then I'm going to just pull out on those. Not quite white enough yet. Okay. Now I will probably be straying from the concept art just a little bit, because there are a couple things I'm not super liking with the concept art. Okay. I'm going to take this and move it forward. Bigger. Alright, and so here's where I'm going to put the eye. So I'm actually going to delete this face. I'm going to try to make it so that I can actually, before you delete that, I'm going to add one more edge loop here. And I'm going to try and make it so that you can rig his eye to blink, should you decide to do so. And I'm just going to delete those faces. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to actually, before you do that, I apologize. I want to add one more edge loop coming through here. I'm actually going to go all the way around. But there. Okay. I'm going to do that actually right there. This way, two birds, one stone, we can get inside. I'm actually going to put this color here. Actually, pink's a really nice color. I should use that somewhere else. I'm going to make a new material and add the pink. And so that will be for the ears. Alright, step by step we're getting there. He already looks much more robust than he did. So let's get into the harder part right now. We're going to do the eyes next. And from here, I'm going to have you delete these. And I'm going to move these into shape just a little bit more. We're going to go around the eye. What I'm doing right now is I'm essentially creating eyelids, and you'll want to think about how eyelids kind of fold. It's like kind of like, I'll try to describe it. We're going to be making two different separate eyelids that blink when rigged. And this is my preferred way to do it at the moment. I might come up with a different way later. But for now, this sort of works for me. I want to make sure it looks good from the front. I'm actually going to move this image back up a little bit. You can sort of match it from the front. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to select only the top for 1, 2, 5. I'm going to extrude. And extrude again. And in this way, you can create two individual eyelids that, when rigged, can blink. You can kind of see it going on over here. I'm going to create that and make that the red, just for the corner of the eye. You want to make sure it's kind of this triangular shape on the side. If you look at any eye in profile, you'll notice that they are in fact triangular, and that it kind of has a roundness to it when you look at it from the top. It kind of goes in here as well. The reason for that is that there will be a circle on the inside of this eye, and it needs to be encased in a socket. And shall I add the circle now? Not yet. Okay, and from this point, I'm going to select just the top again. I'm going to extrude, and then I'm going to pull in this way. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. I'm going to extrude, I'm going to pull in that way. To that off. Okay, and so this will be the actual place. This will be where the eyelid actually folds in. I'm going to color this black for the moment, just so we can see it. I'm going to pull this in fact, a little bit more. I'm going to scale to make it a little bit smaller. There, now you can see it. I'm going to add the sphere right now. I think I want to make this in a separate. Alright, you're going to add a UV sphere, and then you're going to scale. Going to make it white as well. Oh, actually, since he is a canine, you don't have to have white iris, do you? You can make it yellow. Let's try yellow. It looks like I might have forgotten to unclip these spheres together, so I'm going to add another one. Go in here and unclip them. This one's smaller. Extrude it a little bit so that it mostly fills in the empty space. Doesn't have to be totally perfect. Let's give him, maybe blue eyes would be pretty. It's kind of nice. Maybe like Yeah, it's kind of nice. I think I like blue. Okay, it's just a nice contrast, really makes it pop. And then I'm actually gonna hide what's around it. Make this faster by alt-clicking on this line in between. Just because I need to actually get to the eyeball. Nice little pieces. I'm going to color that. Oh, isn't that cute? It's like way cuter than I thought it would be. Okay. And I'm actually going to move a little bit more here. Make these relatively round in shape. Imagine he'd be more like a lion. Big cats have round irises. Not all of them, but majority of them, at least tigers do, and lions. I'm going to kind of do that. So boy, that's horrifying. So press Alt-H to bring that back, and you can kind of test when you rig it later. That looks alright. So I'm just gonna fill this in so that there's no more white space. I'm gonna fill this one in as well. I'm gonna kind of bring this down to hide whatever is behind it. That way the orb is nice and concealed. The real question is, should I make his eye even bigger? Let's not get too crazy. I'm going to push his eye back just slightly because it's kind of intruding too much. And I'm gonna take these and I move them down. I'm gonna mark the brow line of the animal. And this wouldn't be so close to the top, it would be more like here. This one back here would start to curl in because of the skull. This is feeling a bit skinny to me. Good design is all about like understanding the form of the object, but also, gonna turn clipping back on, feeling the shape language. Like this does not feel particularly good. Actually, I'm going to add a loop in right here, or rather an edge, so that it bends a little bit better. Now, you can't really see any of this from the silhouette, but if you have a shader that picks up shadows, then you want to make sure that your geometry is solid. Okay, let's add the mouth now. We really want to see how that's doing. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make this a creature that can have its mouth rigged. It's a little bit more complex, but maybe I'll do that. Okay, this is about to get crazy, so I'm gonna, this will get crazy. Okay, we're gonna add a knife cut along the shape. We're gonna add a knife cut along roughly where we drew it. Yeah. And we're going to fill this in. If you don't want to do a mouth rig, you can just add this. I'm gonna go and do the whole shebang. That looks pretty good. Might be a bit low here. I'm actually gonna add that and see if this looks bad. So that's something. This will definitely need to be moved way up here. And then I might actually cut this off here. Okay. Grab this. I'm actually gonna, since there are two triangles next to each other, I'm gonna grab them both and press F. Don't necessarily need. I'm actually gonna add a cut here and do the same thing. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'm gonna merge those two together. Actually, yeah, I think I will. Okay, for here, gotta make sure. I'm actually gonna keep that there, so just so I have a try. Move it up just a little bit more because it still feels weird. I'm going to add, I think, another edge loop in here and make it connect there. That way I can round this out a little. I might add one more. Actually, no. Okay. We'll stop there because we still have to add the mouth rig. Okay, now that you've got that, what we're going to do is, you'll hate this, but we're actually going to delete it. Just like that. I know. Why did I do that? What we're going to do is we're going to take where the mouth was, and we're going to select all of it. And we're going to kind of move it down. And we're going to pretend that Arcanine had his mouth open. I'm going to move this forward a little. I'm going to move this back just a bit more. Alright. So, it's a little strange right now, but later on you'll be able to open and close the mouth. I'm just going to reintroduce the black lips so you can see them a bit better. I'm going to color those. So now he's happy. He's good. He'll be able to open his mouth. And hopefully a couple other expressions. We'll see. So from this point, I'm going to extrude inwards. Actually, let's click on as well. Inwards. I'm going to color all of this red. Does red look better? Maybe for now. We'll want this one back here to be a plane as well. There. And from here, we're going to want to click them all, extrude inwards, and do the same thing. And I might refrain from adding teeth for the moment. I'm going to add this one as well. I'm going to then take all of these, just on the top, extrude in once more, and extrude up. I want to color that color. extrude these ones in, up. Extrude these ones here. I'm going to omit this one back here. Extrude, scale. I'm going to go ahead and delete this vertice. This is probably just left over in the old. Okay, I'm going to color this black. And then I'm just going to leave that like that. And these will take the place of the inside of his mouth. Okay, and then I'm going to just color these pink because they look a little strange. What if they look dark? Okay. Delete this edge, something a little funky here, and I'm going to make a face again. Okay, so once you have that mouth, you can add the teeth. I might as well, right? I'm going to make them very simple. I'm actually going to do a 5-sided pentagon here. And once again, clipping is on, so you'll want to make sure that's not on. Please scale down. So you want to go in. Just want to color it white. Might just add like 4 teeth. We'll see if that looks bad. Now rotate it this way. Yeah, let's get some teeth. Up. Yeah, got big teeth because he's scary. His teeth are a little far back. If you want to add more teeth, I'll probably just do 4 for this demo, but if you'd like to add more, be my guest. Shift D, rotate X 80, and I'm going to add this here. There. Okay. So I'm actually going to point these in. Maybe I'll add one more edge loop to give them a bit more personality. You don't have to do that if you're concerned about polys. I will. And then, yeah, okay. He's got a mouth and some teeth. Now he's real scary. Alright, I think I will stop here, these 2 videos, and I will continue with the rest of the body in the next video. Alright.